Hey guys, Miles again. I'm here with Nick and Adam from Pick the Maker. They're here to talk about their podcast and their after party at Mosh Isley. You guys are both in bands. Obviously, have like a mutual love for all the stuff here, Star Wars. How did that start? How did that? Who had the idea?
Well, I'll pass that to Adam because it began with him mostly.
So Ryan Key and I had an idea for a podcast years ago. We were originally just going to do sort of 2 episodes, an expectations and reaction to The Force Awakens, because we had this no spoiler pact and it was this big thing. That didn't end up happening because of life stuff, but that little kernel of the idea stayed, which eventually evolved into just maybe doing a movie podcast, which at the last minute, the night before we were going to record our first episode, Ryan calls me and says, dude, what if we just do a Star Wars podcast? Just all Star Wars instead. I was a little hesitant, but I was like, let's do it. And so we just roll with it. And maybe 5 episodes in or less, we were out here for Galaxy's Edge, met up with Nick, had him on as a guest at his house. I met Nick for the first time. We were like ships in the night touring, but we met and kind of came together around that. And pretty much instantly when Ryan and I left in the car, we looked at each other and we're like, Nick should probably just be on the podcast with us, you know? And then we brought him on a few episodes later, and now here we are, 116 episodes in total, and we're doing the damn thing.
Right on.
Yeah. It was cool. I mean, exactly what he said, but it was, I had probably a year or so before that really just started to get more into listening to podcasts, Star Wars podcasts and all that stuff. So, I said yes immediately when I think Ryan's manager and Bayside's manager were the same person. So she was like, hey, Ryan wants to have you on this podcast. I was like, absolutely. Love talking about Star Wars. So I'm going to talk about Star Wars regardless. So I might as well do it into a microphone.
Why not? Why not? Right on. Right on. What do you think? What's been your absolute favorite thing so far? Let's start with you, Nick.
I mean, it's the same thing as it was in 2019. I just love I love being in a room filled with people who all love the same thing, who are all happy. Everyone here is happy right now. I know, like this eviscerates the bubble of negativity that exists online. There's 20,000 people here, probably more, that all love Star Wars, and you feel it when you're in this convention center. I don't want to say room; it's a convention center. But I mean, besides that, just feeling that joy. Obviously, like I just got out of the Mandalorian panel, and we're all in for such a treat with everything that Favreau and Filoni have in store for us, and the cosplays. Like how creative they are. You just know that they take a lot of work. And from my little experience wearing Mandalorian armor, it's not comfortable. It's very hot. So just seeing everyone, do that because they're showing off their work, but then they also want to meet other people who are creative and create things, and it's such a great thing that Star Wars allows everyone to do. Like the costuming, the merchandise, all this stuff. It's such a great thing that they have going on, and that's why they do this for us.
Big time. There's something for everybody. Adam, how about you?
A lot of what Nick said, especially the past 2 that I've been to. 2007 was my first, 2019 was the second, and it is, just like Nick said, being in a room with people who share the same passion and you know that you can fully be yourself. I'm the kind of person that I can't not speak in movie quotes and mostly Star Wars quotes. So to drop little things here and there and know that anyone in any of these rooms will get it is just kind of a cool little feeling. So, apply that to any situation, any kind of thing that you would do and think like, is anybody going to get this? Like, look at the shit I'm wearing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can walk through this and people are like, sick outfit, man. Instead of like, is this guy homeless? Like, what's up with this dude? So it's that community vibe for sure. And this year specifically, it's been meeting listeners of the podcast, meeting other content creators, and feeling that community, that little sub community, that makes it so special. Because we're, being in touring bands, we're used to being at an event and people recognize us, for being there for the concert. They want to take a selfie or whatever. It's so much cooler after 20 years of being in bands to have people yelling, "Thank the maker! Can I get a selfie?" That kind of thing. It's just really fulfilling because we're as passionate about Star Wars as we are about music and being artists.
Sweet. Right on, yeah. Okay, so the Obi-Wan show. It came out early Friday night. Have you guys watched it yet?
Of course, we recorded a podcast at like 1 a.m. on Thursday,
Friday.
Yeah, Friday
technically.
morning. Yeah.
Okay, so without spoiling anything, first 2 episodes, what do you think?
Without spoiling things in particular, I just love the swerve that literally everyone that I talked to was like, "How did we not see that coming?"
Yeah, I didn't expect it to happen, but once it did, I was like, that makes a lot of sense. I'm surprised I didn't. You know what I mean?
All
Like,
basically said the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
makes sense. How didn't we know that? That should, of course, of course.
And it makes it so much cooler that it's not just. Again, no spoilers. It's not just like an appearance. It's not just a moment. It's not just like a fan service moment. It seems like the premise of the whole series is around that. So I just got goosebumps. Just like it just.
when I found out he was gonna go off world, I was like, what sort of motivation could he have? But now that we know what's gonna happen, makes a lot of sense, and I don't hate it. Great. Okay, so tonight you guys have Mosh Isley. It's essentially emo night with like a Star Wars twist. Could you tell me more about that? How did that happen? You know.
Let's see. So 2019, my friends, they have a podcast called Black Series Rebels. I teamed up with them in 2019 Celebration in Chicago to do an emo night, and it went pretty well. It was Chicago in April, so it snowed on a Sunday night, and the beauty bar where we did the event was 20 minutes away from the convention center. So, but it went well. Like I was actually really happy with how it went. So once it was announced that this was happening, we had exact dates and we knew it wouldn't be canceled for COVID. And now we have a podcast. I was like, I feel like we could do a little bit better than we did on a snowy Sunday, 20 minutes from the convention center in Chicago. So Chain Reaction here, a legendary like punk rock venue. It's only 3 miles away. It's never gonna snow in California, so I don't have to worry about that. And it's a Saturday night instead of a Sunday. So I just felt like all the cards were we're good,
Yeah.
So we put it on sale, sold half the tickets in a day, sold out the event maybe 3 or 4 days later. And I keep joking and I guess pat ourselves on the back a little bit that we have like the hottest ticket in town somehow. Like everyone's trying to get in, and it's difficult because I want every Star Wars fan to get everything they want all the time. So the fact that there's like a couple hundred people who can't come tonight that want to come is like crushing my soul. But I mean, I'm just happy that it's that instead of the opposite, which is like, well, we sold 100 tickets and no one's really coming, So we know for next time, whenever that is, to maybe book a bigger venue.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, I got my ticket last week late, like secondhand.
Oh, cool.
I had to ask around. It was very impossible.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
hard.
yeah, oh yeah. Can we expect any amazing gifts for us?
More in a Star Wars sense.
Yeah.
Definitely
Okay.
not in a music sense. Yeah. Star Wars is the front and center vibe. The music will be for a very a sect of people that are here that are into emo and punk and stuff like that, but we're still there celebrating Star Wars.
Or like, is it going to be like an all-night thing?
All night as far as Anaheim will let us. Last call in Anaheim's 11:30, much earlier than
Yeah.
than a non-Disney municipality. So it'll be. I mean, as soon as doors open at 7, I think we're going to start playing music, and we'll go all the way until they kick us out.
Okay, so this is Nick and Adam from Fake the Maker podcast. We'll see you soon. Bye.